Bourboncon returns to Lexington for its highly anticipated third annual celebration of all things bourbon. This thing is awesome.
Okay, I will say I went
excited.
last year and it was so much fun. I feel like I need to go back this year.
I think so.
Right?
I think
Sarah
so.
Thacker is joining us now to tell us what they have in store for this year's event. Thank you so much. I just don't understand how you can top last year.
I know. Listen, every year it gets bigger and better, okay? And you said, Rita, I'm the real deal.
Yes, she is.
Well, I got news for you. Bourboncon is the real deal.
It is the real deal.
Look, it's a great opportunity for Lexington. We bring a lot of tourism in. We get to showcase, of course, the best hotel in Lexington.
It is a wonderful hotel.
But I think the big thing is that people don't know what bourbon is, or they've heard about it. They know we're bourbon country, horse country, and so when you do distilleries, it might take you like 2 weeks, right, to maybe do 10.
Yeah.
But we have 40 distilleries under one roof for one weekend.
Wow.
Right. But here's
40.
the best. Yeah, 40. But here's the best part. You get that one-on-one, Rita. Like, you get that one-on-one. It's not like, here's your flight, sample it. This is how we made it. Like, you get to ask questions.
Yeah.
It's that one-on-one experience. We have Anthony Lamas, which is a executive
Good
chef.
friend of mine. I love him.
Yes, Peggy
From
Knoll.
Ceviche.
Yes, Ceviche, yes. Of course, Peggy Knoll. You know, Women's Bourbon Society Association.
Peggy Knoll Stevens started Bourbon Women.
She did. Bourbon
She
Women.
actually helped start Woodford Reserve. That's how I became the chef in residence at Woodford Reserve all those years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She is. Look, we've got some of the high potential people, right? Rita, calling you out, babe. You said you're the real deal. Well, Bourboncon is the real deal. What better way to showcase, what you do, how you do it? You tell us. We do sessions. So the distilleries come, right? And of course you get swag and you get to sample. That's the idea.
Yes.
But we do sessions, and they're education sessions. It could be a new bourbon that they're putting out, or why, or the history. And we also pair food with it. That's important, right? Because everyone thinks wine and food pairing.
Yeah.
They think that, well, how do you do bourbon? How do you drink it? And one of the things I love the best is it's not only educational, but you get to understand like how you drink it, the effects that it has on you, which is usually a good time.
And how it works on the palate with all different kinds of flavors.
Right. Yeah.
Because when you're pairing for bourbon, you're pairing for the front of the palate, but you're really pairing for the finish. Because the key to a good whiskey is how long the finish is. So you've got to make sure as a chef, you're working backwards from front to back.
So, as I was stating, Rita is going to be doing Bourboncon.
I would love to.
Well, that's one of those things, Rita, that we talk about, is we talk about like I didn't know that. People want to know that. It's like wine. Everybody knows the wine thing.
Right.
Well, bourbon is more intricate. I mean, it is huge.
Way more complex.
Yes, and one thing that we're really excited about this year is our presenting sponsor, Myra, with Paul Sutton. This is a family-owned company. She is really stuck to the roots. It is
This is a beautiful bottle.
Oh, you should see the bottle that we're going to have for Bourboncon. It's got like a gold plaque on it. It's going to be gorgeous. She's working on that now. But, it's important. We have new and old bourbons. So, like, we all know Buffalo Trace, right?
Yes.
We know all that. But we also took people from all over the state of Kentucky that are startups, that you get that new stuff. Why is theirs different? What have they done? What's their history? So it's a mix. It's not just those top name brands, but it's local people that we're trying to support that are just getting started.
Right. It's such a heritage in our,
It really is.
So where is this made?
This is actually, she's got stills everywhere. But she makes it in Kentucky, which is, I cannot believe, you've got to meet Myra.
7 generations.
Yes. Yeah. She took it from her daddy, and she's kept it. She's kept the brand, which is so important with distilleries, and you'll learn more about that through Bourboncon.
Danville.
So with Bourboncon, tell us, how can we get more information? When is it? Tell us all the logistics.
Yes.
How can we get tickets?
So this will be our third year. It's still in January, the third week. You can go to griffingateevents.com, purchase your tickets. It's a 2-day event. I will tell you, because this is the third year, so like out of the United States, we've hit 32 states that come from all over.
Wow.
So that's really cool because they get to see Kentucky and Lexington, of course, again, stay at Marriott. But the thing is that when you come in to purchase your tickets, we are limited. We're hitting capacity. So we've already sold a lot of tickets. So get them now.
Yeah.
Because we fully anticipate a sellout.
Great Christmas gift.
Well, yeah, and we get bachelor and bachelorette parties. We have spa, we have golf.
Yeah.
We set up things where we had like special dinners for special groups in our mansion. Like, we can do whatever you want. Make a weekend out of it.
Okay, so one thing that I love about Bourboncon is every time I wear the hoodie, everyone asks me, where'd you get that hoodie from? Because the hoodie says, may contain bourbon, right? And that's all it says, but it's awesome. And so will you still have something similar to that?
Yes.
And then outside, you even had the cigar bus.
Yes.
Yes, are you going to also have something similar?
Rolling Leaf will be there again this year. He'll bring his cigars, which is really cool because it's January, right?
Yeah.
It's dry January, but let me tell you, there's a lot of wet people in January at Bourboncon.
It's moist January.
Moist. Oh, see?
That word.
It's moist January.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, thank you so much
You're
for
so
being
welcome.
here.
Thank you,
If you're looking
Sarah.
for more
Thank you.
information, you make sure to go to Bourboncon. Give us the website to go to.
Yes, GriffinGateEvents.com. You can purchase your tickets for the 2-day event.
Perfect.